They wake to alarms like liturgies, watching the glow of the sanctioned machines up their little approved ambitions and march out convinced that the script is clean. They call it duty, call it discipline, call it realism, call it grace, but most of it's fear and office clothes with a smile stitch on its face. They trust the badge, the graph, the gate, the headline, the glowing decree, and if the screen says jump, they debate the posture, then praise the floor. They're told to meet. They go to work with their Stockholm smiles, half in chains and half in love, kissing the hand that clocks their hours, thinking a boot that fits like a glove. Every rule becomes a rung, every rung becomes a prayer, every prayer becomes a posture, every posture says I got here because I dare. Profit and polished shelves. They climb because they're told to climb, then mock the ones who smell the smoke, call the dissident bitter or broken just because he saw the pain and said and named the joke. The system loves a measured tone, a straightened tie, a deadened eye, a person who can swallow acid every day and still say this is fine. They think success means sanity, think salary means sight, think comfort means correctness, think repeat and prove to delusion somehow makes the darkness light. But all that gets rewarded here is how cleanly you amputate the part of you that sees. Skillfully you sell your hours to the mall and still say I am free. Clock into the dream, bow to the machine, trust the grin, praise the screen. Winners in a rigged parade, losers by design. If you love the lash enough, you will call the bruise divine. Clock into the light, let the metrics testify. Good boy, good soldier. Move up, stay numb, play nice, get crumbs. They don't question anything because questioning cost, and the cost is exile from the warmer little herd. So they build identities from compliance and call suspicion selfish or absurd. They believe because belief is easier than standing in the wind, and without a script easier than saying maybe the whole bright world is engineered while every sacred facade drips. They believe the news because it's dressed correctly, the law because it wears a seal, the expert because he speaks and grasps the lie because disbelief might make it real. They judge by house and car and title, by posture, polish, grin and gait, by how quickly you turned your wonder into work and your conscience into something they can rate. And the beautiful horror is how sincere they are, how proudly they defend on the leash, how earnestly they guard the feast they'll never touch, the peace they'll never reach. So the colony continues, invoice by invoice, prayer by prayer, a species hypnotized by hierarchy, forever bowing to a scoreboard hanging in poisoned air. Clock into the dream, bow to the machine, trust the grin, praise the screen. Winners in a rigged parade, losers by design. If you love the lash and love, you call the bruise divine. Clock into the light, let the metrics testify. Good boy, good girl. Let's call it what it is, a simulation of worth run by frightened clerks and glittering ghosts, a theater of metrics where hollow men award each other medals for becoming useful hosts. From childhood on, they train you to seek permission slips in human form. Bosses, lovers, priests, professors, brands, all weather veins is pretending they can name the storm.